Welcome back to Josiah Plays Deus Ex Human Revolution. I'm here in this Will Rosellini's office. He's suspected of maybe being involved in stealing the neuropazine, and I found an ebook here. The next 3 decades. Where will we be in 2050? There was once a time when we believed that the world would become a monolithic nation-state, a kind of United States of Earth, brought together under the global aegis of a super-governmental body. But now that prediction seems quaint and hackneyed. The reality is that we live in an era where sovereign nations and the formal governments of countries are little more than lines of demarcation upon the world's maps. More and more citizens of the world lend their loyalty not to a flag, but to the only true transnational entities that still thrive: corporations. We thus foresee a time when people will be citizens of their employer's nation, rather than Chinese, French, Canadian, etc. And in this world, what we have thought of as traditional nation complexes, such as America, will fragment in order to find their own equilibrium. Okay, cool. So the rise of megacorporations, in other words, rather than nations being the most important unit of political or economic power. Let's open this drawer. There's a credit chip in there. Well, of course I will steal some employee's money. And here's another drawer. Even more credits. Why, thank you. I, Adam Jensen, head of security, will rob the employees. Computer. Unlocked. Nice. Okay, so this is Will Rosellini's computer. Let's check out his emails. From Frank Pritchard. Alright, well, let's go back to the beginning of this thing. Frank wrote, "It has come to my attention that neuropazine has been disappearing from the lab, usually on nights when you were working late. Care to explain this?" Rosellini responded, "What exactly are you accusing me of, Frank?" "Yes, I have taken quantities of neuropazine out of the lab. It's part of my research. But I have also logged each and every drop used, and placed all unused supplies back in the freezer before leaving. And I was not the only one working late those nights. Talk to Bruger. He'll verify it." And Frank wrote back, "Don't get me wrong. I'm not accusing anyone, but as Serif's security chief, it is my responsibility to stay on top of things." Okay, Ted Bruger. Research results. "Whatever Megan's team was onto with that patient X strand is simply amazing. I ran the test 3 times just to be sure, and none of the usual rejection markers are present, after 8 weeks without neuropazine. This is unheard of, Will. Listen, I gotta take off, but you have got to see the results for yourself. Come to my office, room 32. If by chance the door is locked, 9642 will get you in. TB. So that's Bruger. Ah, cool, so I got another code to another office. But, you know what I'm starting to think? What if patient X was actually me? Was actually Adam Jensen? That'd be interesting. Okay, here's an email to everybody from Athena Margulis. Recruitment efforts. Hello all. Management realizes that you have all been working long hours in the drive to fulfill outstanding contracts. We recognize your increased efforts, and we thank you for your unswerving dedication to getting the job done with pride. We are attempting to fill recent vacancies as quickly as possible, but finding talented researchers who can live up to the high standards this company maintains is no easy task. If you know of any qualified candidates, please send them my way. In the meantime, thank you for your patience and continued dedication during this difficult time. Athena Margulis, Executive Assistant, Serif Industries." Alright, so we're looking for new people after several of our important researchers were killed. And there's an email here from David Serif to everybody. Oh, it's the same email that I had from him. Nice. Okay. And so I can now go check out Ted Bruger's office because I have a code for his office, which was room 32. So back upstairs. 31. 32 is probably on this side. There it is.
I can't believe this. Why the hell is anyone attacking? Do we even know who these guys are yet?
9642. J. Kwasi Peterson and Ted Bruger. And I'm in. And of course there's nobody here in this office either. Whoa, there's a vent cover I can open up. Interesting. Another energy bar. Another credit chip. Yes, I will steal your money. Sorry. I need this for the business of the company. Trust me. It's very important. Ebook. Composite Study 07121969. Final test results. Initial variables / test conditions. Biomatrix Composite 1 was created using the R7 biochip design, which in turn uses the P-dot cluster array originally developed by Darrow Industries. Biomatrix Composite 2 was created using the X1 biochip design, which uses the P-dot cluster array developed by N. Reed et al. And incorporates the mutagenic chemical composition first revealed in her Patient X study. Tissue samples taken from both composites were tested every 7 days for rejection markers routinely associated with the onset of DDS, Darrow Deficiency Syndrome. Observations. Within 3 weeks of testings, Composite 1 exhibited low levels of cytotoxic M and DDSY enzymes commonly associated with the onset of rejection syndrome. The quantity of these enzymes increased as expected, with 20 cc of neuropazine being administered in week 5 to break down glial tissue buildup around the biochip cluster. Composite 2, on the other hand, showed no sign of either enzyme appearing until week 6. At this point, trace levels of CM were detected, but disappeared in subsequent weeks. This leads me to hypothesize that the enzymes were actually a byproduct of the formation of newly extruded neurotissue, compatible with the original matrix, forming around the P-dot cluster. Additional tests must be conducted to confirm this. Luckily, David informs me that new tissue from Patient X has become available in recent months. Oh, Patient X is probably me. Because they're all talking about how Adam, you know, they were able to enhance him a lot, and his body took to the augmentations really well. And there's been no mention of me needing to take neuropazine, and now this whole new tissue has just become available. Like when I was on the table, they were able to. So I wonder if Megan took some samples from Adam when they were, without his knowledge, when they were intimate, and tested. I don't know. We'll see. Here's a drawer. More credit chip. Nice. Password Eclipse, it says right there. So I'm going to use this computer, T. Bruger, and I'm going to type in. You know what? You should never just have your damn password on a sticky note next to your computer. I mean, what's the point of even having a password at that point? From Andrea van Wesel to Ted Bruger. Late night coffee break. Alright, so he sent her, Andrea, you gotta tell me, what the hell was that the other night? First of all, I had no clue you were interested, and no idea you were still in the lab, but when I went to put the extra no pause away, and caught you reaching into the freezer, well, needless to say, it was a very pleasant surprise. Thank God Rosellini didn't walk in on us. Okay, so he was busy with this other female employee doing some biological research of a more pleasant kind, apparently. And she responds, I guess I'm just full of surprises, smiley face. Okay, so a little inter-office romance here. Frank Pritchard, network security, important. As you're no doubt aware, terrorism is on the rise in this city. We in the IT department are working day and night to keep this company safe from outside attack, but you are making the job harder every time you fail to follow the most basic of network security rules. Which is why I must now remind all of you too, lock your computer screen the moment you step away from it. Change your password every 6 weeks in keeping with network protocols. Never write down your password or give it to anyone else unless he has systems administration authority. Surf the internet only when you're in the safety and comfort of your own home. Simple rules, people. Let's try to follow them. Frank Pritchard, Chief of Network Security, Seraph Industries. And of course, everybody's been leaving their computers unlocked and or had their password easily available so far that I've been at. So, that's funny. Nice. Okay. And leaving those important test results laying around too. Let's read this one. Tomorrow's Man, the Hugh Darrow story. Turning points. Darrow's father, Sir Martin Darrow, media mogul and founder of Picus Communications, oh really, enrolled him in the prestigious Skatecliff School and later the Stowe School. A natural athlete, Hugh was the captain of football, rugby union, and cricket teams, but beyond these sports he found school to be boring and unchallenging, and opted not to enroll in college after graduation. His personal interests in designing and building computer-controlled mechanical devices, a crude robot at age 10, a makeshift robotics lab at 16, finally led him to the world's first Robot Wars competition in 1994. He failed to win, but while discussing design ideas with other robotics experts at the competition, he heard about human motion studies being carried out at Stanford University, aimed at designing better prosthetic devices for amputees. Darrow extended his stay in the USA to meet with several biomechatronic researchers. Wow, so he didn't even go to college, at least not right away. He was just an athlete and liked to build robots and stuff. And then he ended up, and this ended up being the guy who was like the founder, like the pioneer, you know, the visionary genius mentor of Seraph. Well, that's very interesting. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Of course I'm going to crawl through a vent, right? Why wouldn't I? Update, Traveler. Yeah, I gained XP for this. Ah, and this leads to somebody else's office that I wasn't supposed to get into. Whose? Roy Kennedy and and Andrea van Wesel, which is the chick that we just saw the email that that old what's his name Bruger was having a late night tryst with. And there's a vent that connects their offices. Nice. And I will steal their credits next. There's an ebook there. There's a newspaper. Another computer. Another credit chip. Nice. Let's check out this let's check out this ebook, I guess. The Bell Tower Way, Corporate Background Brief. The Bell Tower Group provides a maximum spectrum private military security solution for every need. The company was incorporated in 1997, beginning life as a security consultancy and close protection bodyguard agency. Currently with offices in Afghanistan, Bahrain, China, Iraq, Kenya, India, and the United States, our headquarters in England is a hardened skyscraper with all the capabilities of a military base, situated in the London Sink, an area of reclaimed land close to the River Thames. Other key facilities include a maritime base on the U.S. Gulf Coast and a training facility in Bangalore, India. Bell Tower's services are tailored for international clients, including governments, international agencies, and the corporate sector. It is also a registered and active UN contractor. We provide specialist security and risk management solutions to counter extreme threats, along with exfiltration, KNR, threat neutrality operations, and quick react symphonic defenses. I'm sure they will be important to this story. I'll have some dealings with them. That's all the time I have for this video, though. So thank you for watching Josiah Plays Deus Ex Human Revolution. I'll see you next time.